Well, folks, it seems 2025 is just 2017 with a fresh coat of dystopian paint. That's right, Donald Trump, in all his infinite wisdom, has decided to pull the United States out of the Paris Climate Agreement. Again, remember that whole thing about limiting global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius? Yeah, apparently, someone forgot to remind him. This isn't just a casual see ya later to our global partners, it's a big, fat, America first middle finger to the international community and the future of our planet. The agreement, adopted by nearly 200 countries, was a beacon of hope in the fight against climate change. It was a signal that, for once, we were all in this together, ready to roll up our sleeves and tackle a global crisis. But, nope, not on Trump's watch. He's back, baby, and he's brought his trusty brand of climate denialism and isolationist policies with him. Because, when the world's on fire, the best thing to do is douse it with gasoline. Now you might be wondering, didn't he already pull out once before? And you'd be right, he did. Back in 2017, Trump announced his intention to withdraw, triggering a lengthy process that only became official in November 2020. But thanks to the tireless efforts of many, including you lovely viewers who donated to our Let's Buy Greenland fund, spoiler alert, it didn't work, the US rejoined the agreement in early 2021. So, what does this second withdrawal mean? Well, for starters, it's a bureaucratic nightmare. It throws a wrench into the already complex machinery of international climate negotiations. The US, as the world's second largest emitter of greenhouse gases, can't just waltz in and out of agreements like it's a buffet line. It undermines trust, creates confusion, and slows down progress on a global scale. But here's the kicker. The withdrawal won't be immediate. There's a one-year waiting period, which means the earliest the US can officially bail is, wait for it, November 4th, 2026. Yep, you read that right. The day after the next presidential election. Coincidence? I think not. So how did the rest of the world react to this news? Let's just say it wasn't pretty. Imagine the collective groan of millions of people simultaneously face-palming. European leaders, still reeling from the last time Trump pulled this stunt, expressed their deep disappointment and grave concerns.
We are deeply disappointed by this decision and have grave concerns about its impact on our collective efforts to combat climate change.
China, the world's largest emitter, urged the US to act responsibly and honor its commitments. Even Boris Johnson, a man who knows a thing or two about questionable decisions, called the move a step in the wrong direction. It seems even the UK, which is still trying to figure out this whole Brexit thing, understands the importance of international cooperation. But perhaps the most telling reaction came from the scientific community. Climate scientists who have been sounding the alarm for decades expressed a sense of weary resignation. Their warnings, backed by mountains of evidence, have been ignored time and time again. The message is clear: we are running out of time, and the consequences of inaction will be catastrophic. So, what does this mean for the future of energy in the United States? Well, it's complicated. The Trump administration has made it clear that they favor fossil fuels over renewable energy. They've rolled back environmental regulations, opened up protected lands for drilling, and even tried to bring back coal, that dusty old relic of the past.
The renewable energy sector is booming, even without the federal government's support. Solar and wind power are now cheaper than fossil fuels in many parts of the country. States like California and New York are leading the charge with ambitious clean energy goals.
The problem is, we need a coordinated national effort to transition to a clean energy economy, and that's not going to happen with Trump at the helm. His decision to withdraw from the Paris Agreement sends a clear signal to the world. The US is not serious about tackling climate change, and that, my friends, is a very scary thought.